My dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke, and I welcome you all to the MC James virtual classroom. Today we will be learning history of standard 6th, and the topic name is sources of history. Historical source is original source that contain important information. Historical source is original source that contain important information, and these sources are something that inform us about history of the most basic level. It means that in this lesson we are going to talk about, we are going to study about, we are going to learn about the things which gives us important information about history, or these sources which are used as clues in order to study history. In the 5th standard, you people already learned about the concept of history. History is a science that tells us about events in the past. It may be of last year, it may be of yesterday, or it may be of some time ago. एक साल पहले घटी हुई घटना, या फिर कल हमारे साथ जो हुआ है, या फिर थोड़ी देर पहले हमारे साथ जो हुआ है, और द थिंग्स और द इवेंट्स विच हैपेंड इन द पास्ट, जो हजारों सालों पहले भी हुए हैं, ऐसी चीज़ों के बारे में, ऐसे इवेंट्स के बारे में जो हमें इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है थ्रू द थिंग्स, द थिंग्स वी कॉल एज सोर्सेस ऑफ हिस्ट्री. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपका लास्ट ईयर का बर्थडे और अभी जो बर्थडे आपने मनाया होगा, घर में ही मनाना पड़ रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड-19, हम लोगों को नहीं बुला सकते हैं. बट if we want to share or rewind the memories of that, we can go for the photographs. हम लास्ट बर्थडे में मनाए हुए फोटोग्राफ्स जो है उन्हें देख सकते हैं, जो गिफ्ट्स हमें मिले हैं वो देख सकते हैं, या फिर मम्मी पापा, हमारे फ्रेंड्स जो आए थे उनसे हम उसकी यादें शेयर कर सकते हैं. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स gives us information about our last birthday, which means all these things are the sources which gives us information about our last birthday. So it can be included in source of history. I'll go for the next. History can also be learned through customs and traditions, folk arts, folk literature, as well as historical documents, and all these are known as sources of history. There are different types of customs and traditions in the different regions of our country. Festivals in Maharashtra are different than the festivals in Jammu and Kashmir, or some local festivals which are different in UP and which are different in Gujarat. अलग अलग जगह के अलग अलग फेस्टिवल्स है. एंड द सेम थिंग अबाउट द फोक आर्ट्स, अबाउट द हिस्टोरिकल डॉक्यूमेंट्स, एंड अबाउट द फोक लिटरेचर. जो अलग अलग मैरिज रिचुअल्स होते हैं, अलग अलग स्टेट के अगर हम देखेंगे तो अलग अलग शादी के तरीके हैं, उसमें गाए जाने वाले गाने वो भी अलग अलग है. ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर नथिंग बट द सोर्सेस ऑफ हिस्ट्री. इट कनेक्ट्स us with the history, and that is why all these things are under the heading of sources of history. Keep in mind, customs, traditions, folk arts, folk literature, historical documents, all these are known as sources of history. Now in this, if we go in detail, these things are divided into 3 types: material sources of history, written sources of history, and oral sources of history. Material sources. As we know, man uses a variety of things in his day to day life and they are known as artifacts. We people also use number of things. Artifacts used by humans in the past provide us valuable information about life in the ancient times. Now, if we compare our today's life with the people who lived in past or hundreds or thousands years back, then there is lots of difference between the things which we use. Like today we are using mobile phones, but if we talk about our forefathers or grandparents, then there was no mobile. So the things which people use in their day-to-day life are called artifacts, and these artifacts are the things which gives us important information about past events or past development, and that is why it is included in material sources. So today's things, like you can see on the screen, calculator or watch or notebook or pen drive or torch, these all are the modern age things which were not available in ancient times. Then what we have of that period, we can decide the period of artifacts like earthen pots by studying the shape, color and designs on ancient potsherds. On the screen, as you can see or observe these things now, pots and potsherds. I'm giving you time to observe the shape, color and designs of these things. There you can see the pieces of broken earthen pots, and by observing it we can make out many things about history or about people who were using all these things. Next to potsherd, ornaments. The ornaments and other artifacts throw light on social interaction. Social interaction is an exchange between two or more individuals and is a building block of society. We get information about the diet of the people from the remains of food, grains, seeds, and bone of animals found in excavations. Now, here, one important thing to understand, as we know, food grains do not last long. It get easily infested and turn into powder. Then the question may rise in your mind that how one can get remains of food grains to study about the diet of the people. Today we have number of things in our diet. अलग अलग चीज़ें हैं, नई नई चीज़ें हैं, रोज नया नया कुछ बनता है, लेकिन ऐसी चीज़ें स्टोन एज मैन के साथ होती थी क्या? That we can study by using these remains of food grains. In ancient time, people used to roast food grains before grinding them, and if a few grains got charred while roasting, they were thrown away. Such charred grains can remain intact for a very long period. And during excavations, Such charred grains can be recovered, and when these are inspected in a laboratory, we come to know what grain it is. So it's a process, it's a study, it's an observation about getting information through all these remains. Now, same thing about the bone of animals. Today, we don't have dinosaurs left to see, but we have the skeleton of dinosaur. And by that we can understand the history about dinosaurs. And the same thing you people already learned in the 5th standard about mammoth. So by using all these things we can study history. Then the next important thing about material sources, that is monuments. In 4th standard you learned Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's history, and there we studied that to learn about Shivaji Maharaj or to get information about Shivaji Maharaj, it is very important to visit any fort. Like fort, there are number of things which we can visit and get information about the history, and it all comes under the heading of monuments. For example, Pillar of Ashoka, which gives us information about the Ashoka's era. Ajanta Caves, which gives us information about Buddha. Ellora Caves, Elephanta Caves, Badami, Ebol, Pattadkal. All these are the historical monument, which means an old building or other place that is of historical importance. Next thing, in material sources, the coins, very important historical source. The coins made by different rulers using metals like gold, silver, copper are important sources of history. बहुत सारे लोगों को कॉइन्स इकट्ठा करने का भी हॉबी होता है, उनकी हॉबी होती है अलग अलग देशों के अलग अलग पीरियड के कॉइन्स को इकट्ठा करना, क्योंकि कॉइन्स से हमें उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया के बारे में, उस पर्टिकुलर किंग के बारे में, उस पर्टिकुलर किंगडम के बारे में बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट आवर टूडेज कॉइन, आज का कोई भी अगर कॉइन हम लेंगे 5 रुपीज़ का, 10 रुपीज़ का, 2 रुपीज़ का, 1 रुपीज़ का, तो हर एक कॉइन पे सेम डाटा नहीं होता है, सेम पिक्चर नहीं होता है, अलग अलग चीज़ें हैं, और उससे हमें अलग अलग चीज़ों के बारे में, उस पर्टिकुलर कंट्री के बारे में पता चलता है. सो कॉइन्स play an important role in giving information about history. Here you can see the coins of different period. If you observe carefully, there is one coin where you can see the picture of Mahatma Gandhi, and it is written the name of Mahatma Gandhi and the year of birth and the year of death. Then the national emblem on the other side of that coin. So by this we can get information about history. What do we learn from coins? The rulers, their period, governance, religious ideas, personal details. All such artifacts, articles, monuments or their ruins are called the material sources of history, because we get information from all these things. That is why we call them material sources. And the next thing, written sources. Next to the material, written sources. As it is in the name only, written sources. जो कुछ भी लिखा हुआ है. The Stone Age people recorded many events. Stone Age people recorded many events and expressed their emotions in paintings on rocks. Now the question is, why on rocks? क्योंकि उनके पास पेन नहीं था, पेंसिल नहीं थी, उनके पास नोटबुक नहीं थी, पेपर ही नहीं था उस वक्त, तो वो कहाँ लिखेंगे, कहाँ ड्रॉ करेंगे? On rocks. And by studying these paintings, we can understand their life. We can light on their daily routine or the development in the field of color, language, symbols. Humans used symbols and signs. Humans used symbols and signs to record their thoughts and ideas. Today also, while talking with our friends or with parents, we use symbols and signs. But now we have developed script of language. हम बोल भी सकते हैं, लिख भी सकते हैं. But this was not same with the Stone Age people. That's why they used symbols and signs. Symbols and signs to record their thoughts and ideas. जैसे आज भी हम कहीं जाते हैं घूमने, तो वहाँ से आने के बाद एक तो हम वहाँ पर फोटोज़ लेते हैं, या फिर हम किसी एजुकेशनल पिकनिक पे जाते हैं, टूर पे जाते हैं, तो स्कूल में आने के बाद टीचर्स हमें उस पर ऐसे लिखने के लिए कहते हैं. So all these things are under the heading of written sources. What it includes? Potsherds, unbaked bricks, tree bark and भूर्जपत्र. ये सारी चीज़ें लिखने के लिए यूज़ की जाती थी. Because as I told you before, पेपर नहीं था, so they used potsherds, tree bark, unbaked bricks and भूर्जपत्र. This भूर्जपत्र means writing sheets. जैसे आज हम नोटबुक या पेपर यूज करते हैं, भूर्जपत्र मीन्स राइटिंग sheets made from the bark of a birch tree. This bhurj is the Sanskrit name of the birch tree which are found in Kashmir. Next thing, in the written sources, many rulers had orders, judicial decisions. Orders, judicial decisions, donations, etc. inscribed on stone or copper plates. And all these things which we can use as authentic or reliable source of history. Today also we have many GRs of government. अलग अलग चीज़ें गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से जो निकलती है वो पेपर पे लिख के आती है विद द साइन ऑफ ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन. तो हिस्ट्री में क्या होता था, हजारों साल पहले या कुछ 100 सालों पहले ये अलग अलग चीज़ें इसके लिए यूज की जाती थी. Many rulers had orders, judicial decisions, donations, extras inscribed on stone or copper plates. Again the same question, why on stone or copper plates? Because paper was not there and it is long lasting also. आज हम पेपर पे लिखते हैं तो शायद वो फट जाता है या फिर लॉन्ग लास्टिंग नहीं है, बट things inscribed on stone or copper plates which are long lasting, and today also we can use it as a source of history. An inscription is a carving on a stone or wall, and there are number of examples of inscription which today we use as source of history. And this inscription, which is considered to be very important and reliable source of history, क्योंकि उसमें कुछ छेड़खानी नहीं की जा सकती, उसको बदला नहीं जा सकता है, वो जैसे था वैसा ही मिलता है. And that is why it is considered to be very important and reliable source of history. But next, then, over a period of time, many forms of literature developed. They included books on religious and social subjects, plays, poetry, travelogue, which means a book or piece of writing or film about travel. जैसे मैंने पहले आपको बोला कि पिकनिक पे जाने के बाद आप जब वापस आते हैं तो उसके बारे में हम जो कुछ लिखते हैं, that is what is travelogue, which gives us information about that particular place. So all this literature helps us to understand the history of the various historical periods, and as it is in the form of writing, these sources are known as the written sources of history. Now in this topic, we are to talk about the material sources, written sources and the oral sources. Today, it is now all about the material sources and the written sources. In the next session, we'll talk about the oral sources, but we'll just revise the things which are in material and which are in written sources. So in material sources, if you talk about the artifacts, then it's rock painting, pottery, terracotta, beads, ornaments, sculptures, metal objects, coins and weapons. And in structural remains, caves, houses, stupas, rock cut, temples, churches, mosques and pillars. Now why temples, churches and mosques? Because it gives us information about the religious thing of that particular period. Then in written sources, inscriptions on Harappan seals, Vedic literature, Mesopotamian clay tablets, manuscripts copies of Mahabharata and Ramayana, Jain and Buddhist literature, writings of Greek historians, travelogues by Chinese travelers, which are very important, books on grammar, Puranas and inscriptions. So all these things are under the sources of history. In the next session, we'll talk about the oral sources of history. Click the subscribe button right above your video and press bell icon to get notification. So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.